Well, it's finally here. Microsoft has introduced a brand new function inside of Microsoft Excel called the image function. Now, a question that I get all the time inside of my Microsoft Excel courses is, how can I take an image and place it into a single cell within my worksheet? Imagine you've got a list of records, maybe it's employee records, and now you want to place an image next to each of those records that represents the specific employee. Row number 1 belongs to Sally. I got a picture of Sally. Row number 2 belongs to Bob. I got a picture of Bob right there in line with the record. Well, in the past, we could do this. We could go up to our Insert tab. I could go into Picture. And let's say I got a bunch of pictures on my computer. I could say from this device, and I can go grab an image. But the problem with this, if I select that and I insert, is this is not part of a cell. This is a floating element, floats on top of the worksheet, and in reality, I could place it wherever I want. I could bring in, maybe I got 30 different employee records, bring in 30 different images, and try to line them up for row by row by row. Well, like I said, it's finally here. The image function is going to fix this issue right here. Utilizing the image function, we're going to be able to place the image in line within a row within a specific cell. Let's take a look. So open in front of you, I've got an example file and I've made it available for you to download. So if you take a really quick moment, you can pause the video, you can hop down to the description of this video, just right down below, and look for the OfficeNewb blog link. If you click that link, you'll find the resource and be able to download this exercise file right here. And this one is called image function -01. So you can download that file, you can open it up, and you can follow along with me. Now, while you're down there in the description, if you enjoy this video, you learned something new, make sure you give the video a thumbs up because that really helps me out. It lets me know that you enjoy the content, and it lets me know what type of content I should be creating for you. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get updates about new content that I upload to this channel regularly. All right. So you got the file. Let's take a look at the image function. So in this worksheet, I've got two little tabs. I got an image function and a top movies tab. Let's take a look at the image function tab for right now. Now I've got a brief description about the image function. In reality, the image function, all it really needs is the image source. And in this case, it needs a URL path. So the image has to live online somewhere. You've got a company website, you've got a personal blog, whatever it might be, and now you want to bring an image from that site into your Excel document. Now, there are other arguments or other pieces of information that the image function can use to enhance the image and its abilities, but the source is the required element. You have to have that. Let's take a look. So down below, I've got an example area with an image URL. This is an image from a Microsoft site that talks about the image function. Well, I'm going to use that right there to display it inside of cell D24. It's a little kind of sphere image. We'll see here in a moment. So first thing I'm going to do is copy that URL. I'm just going to come up here, Control C, I've got it copied. Great. So now I'm going to hop down into D24 and I'm going to bring in the image function. So I'll say equals image. There it is, returns an image from a given source. I'll open up parentheses, and as you can see, it takes a few arguments here. Let's get back in there. It wants a source, wants to know where the image is, what's its URL. It wants to know optionally if there's any alt text for accessibility, what its sizing is going to be. Is it going to fill the cell? Is it going to fit to the cell? Are you going to do a custom size? And if you do a custom size, you can specify the height and width of that image. Well, for right now, I'm only going to use the source. So the source is going to go inside of quotes. So I'm going to bring in an open quote, and then I'm going to paste in that URL that I copied earlier. So I'll Control V, paste that URL in there. I'll close the parentheses, or excuse me, I'll close the quotes, then I'll close the parentheses and hit my Enter key. And there's the image. In this case, it's a little database icon, a data icon, but it's an image that lives online, has a website URL that I can then paste into the image function. Now, like I said, there are other arguments, such as its sizing. By default, as you resize that cell, the image will resize with it. Very cool, but it is part of the cell now. I can't select it individually. It is the image function. Now let's take this a step further. I'm going to hop over to the top movies tab. And here I've got a nice little list with some poster URLs right there. These are all online images off of a Wikipedia site. I've got a list of all of these movies that I want to be able to talk about and pull data on. Now I want to be able to bring in the movie poster. Well, I've got all the URLs right there. Let's move over here a little bit. Here I've got a poster image column, and I just want all the posters to show up right there. Well, I'll bring in the image function. Now earlier, inside of quotes, I pasted in the URL. Well, because the URL already lives inside of a cell, all I need to do is reference that cell. I'll hit my enter key, and the little image should show up right there. There it is. It's really small, but I can copy that down. I'll fill it down, and now I've got a picture of the poster for each of those videos. And I can increase the row height here. Let's just bump it up a little bit. We can see that image. And there it is. I got an image from a URL, and now it lives inside of a cell within the Excel worksheet. Make sure you try this out. It's a simple little function. At its bare minimum, it's just image and the source, whether it's inside of quotes with the literal URL or you're referencing a cell. All right, thank you for watching this video. And again, if you've enjoyed it, you learned something new, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave me a comment. Let me know where you could potentially use the image function in your own Excel documents. I'd love to hear it. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.